So we had a viewer reach out via email saying, I have a really cool vintage PC that's supposedly unopened, unused, new in box, and he wants to send it over if we just pay shipping, but we paid an exorbitant.
Exorbitant is an adjective used to describe something, usually a price, fee, or demand that is unreasonably high, excessive, or far beyond what is considered fair and customary.
Amount for shipping.
And that amount is going to be hard to make up unless we hear a word from today's sponsor.
Hey Matt, are you building a gaming PC in 2026?
Yeah, even though PC parts are very expensive right now, you can actually save a lot of money on your Windows activation to get good price to performance.
How? Isn't it like $200 for Windows?
Not with today's video sponsor, GVGMall. They're our go-to option when activating Windows on any gaming PC.
Oh duh, GVGMall. You just use the link in the description down below, pick your version of Windows, and then add it to the cart.
Be sure to use our exclusive discount code TB20 to save 25% off your Windows license purchase, which will get your cost down to $26.
So once you purchase your key, the code is then digitally sent to you, and then all you have to do is go into your settings, find the activation settings, and then copy and paste your Windows key, and then boom, it's activated.
So big thanks again to GVGMall for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's dive back into it, shall we?
All right, so firstly, we're gonna give a shout out to James because we appreciate you giving us this opportunity reaching out once you found this vintage PC at a yard sale of all places. And he actually has a little YouTube channel as well called Bang for Buck Builds. So shout out to James. You know, we figured, hey, it's Vegas, the betting area, the gambling area. Matt and I'll take a little gamble, take a little bet on this. We'll pay for shipping if you just send it to us, of course. Like $100 probably, right? I mean, it can't be that bad.
Well, as we've learned many times, and actually I feel like we've learned it a lot as we've gone to these Micro Center openings and we're having to ship PCs back to the office to film, taking a PC or any big object into UPS, you end up spending way more money than you think you will. But this was honestly far worse than we've ever imagined. This box right here, which includes a PC and potentially other stuff because of how big it is, cost $600 to ship to us from Las Vegas. So we're a little map demo here. Las Vegas to Louisville, Kentucky. It is a distance, but $600 is insane.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like so insane too because we own a PC selling business. We ship boxes this size or bigger all the time, and we'll ship them across the US for a lot cheaper, but we do get discounts with Shopify. It is what it is. The moral of the story with this before we even unbox it is that be careful when you go to UPS. It's so much better if you measure yourself, double box it yourself, make your own shipping materials. You'll pay probably half of what they charge you at those freaking stores. They charge $70 for packing materials and the box, which is insane.
And at this point, it was close to the end of our day, but we heard there was a big box in the back, a box that was put together using multiple boxes. I honestly didn't know what we were looking at first, but then I came back here and I saw the name and I was like, I know exactly what this is. So we figured we had to open it up as it showed up. Let's just see what's inside. If it showed up in one piece, if UPS did $600 worth of packaging, I don't know.
We kind of felt bad for him. So like, we're not trying to put this person on blast. We did think it'd be like $100 to ship this PC, but then we did find out later that he may have also shipped a monitor as well, which
it's surprisingly light.
48 pounds. The theory is this is a new old stock computer that he should have included the original box with and everything. And we're basically just really overpaying for it because I think we probably could have gotten something like this on eBay for maybe like a couple hundred.
Yeah, and the PC is from 2005 was the era, and it was just in a very generic blue computer systems box. I don't even know if we know specifically what brand made this, but it was just a computer, maybe even a custom one from that era that is in very good condition. It comes with the original box. So I'm just curious to see now what it looks like. And obviously if everything works out well, I mean, we've already spent a lot of money on shipping, but we will try to get it to game at some point because it is an office computer. That is important to mention.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to game back then. It's definitely not meant to game now. God, this box is pissing me off. Oh man.
All right, here we are. They used a lot of packing material. Wait, where is the monitor?
I hope it's not in this box. Or there's no monitor and he only shipped us a stand. Well, let's get this out first. Show the people the box.
If you guys are confused at home, we're equally as confused right now.
No, yeah, we genuinely, this clearly if you're watching it, it's a video. Right now we're filming this not knowing if it's gonna be a video. We just genuinely like don't wanna leave this guy hanging for all that money he spent to send it to us, because then we'll go from him being like a fan to probably hating us forever.
Computer system, desktop, email, CD, MP3 playing, image processing, video viewing, networking.
Look at that, assembled in the USA.
So some company assembled this as a generic computer that's like the most generic thing I've ever seen.
They had cats. Whoever had this was in a basement and they had cats. Oh wow, dude, smell inside there. It smells like old like cat ammonia.
Oh.
Jake, you want to whiff this, brother? I know you love this stuff.
Oh no. Okay, so there's the...
I can't stop smelling it so bad. Oh, look, there's a monitor right here.
Oh, that's the monitor.
Oh, understand.
You know what? Remember I was talking about how it added so much for the shipping cost? That's not really gonna change.
No,
anything.
it really did. I mean, I feel like UPS, the fact that it was ground commercial, which I'm like, commercial, that means big, that means business. And then they charge an extra like $200 something for large package. I mean, the monitor we can honestly just leave like not open for now because it's, first of all, it's saran wrap, and secondly, it's just one of those like school monitors.
Yeah.
Like more interested in the PC.
But the material it came with looks kind of cool.
Oh.
We have some original Windows XP documentation with some other program that's included. So that's pretty cool.
Dude, look at this.
Oh,
An Intel driver on a floppy disk.
that's pretty sick.
Oh, look. Trusted platform module, TPM.
Ah, TPM,
Acer.
baby. It's just
What?
like a sealed like Windows XP install.
Dude, you know these are, wait, hold on. I need to look this up. I think these are actually worth like big money. Like no joke, which is kind of like dumb. So what is it, just Windows
OEM
XP?
software, Windows XP. I think this is an XP
Home
disk.
or?
XP Professional. Look, it's sealed. That's actually kind of cool.
Dude, yeah, look. Like,
$230. That is so
Like,
wild.
who's buying that? I don't know. This feels not exactly OEM. Is it a great value
I
bag?
don't think it's OEM.
That is for the monitor though. That probably didn't come with the
Put this
PC.
on the side. This is the big bucks right here.
Yeah, don't let anything happen to our floppy disk or anything. Okay, should we just take it in the film room real quick?
I was gonna say,
just so we have some height.
Let's move into the film room.
I mean, Jonah's got good posture right now. We don't want to ruin that. All right, it's time to unbox this expandable, compatible, dependable, high-performance piss computer.
Expandable piss. It smells like cat pee. I mean, I
You want to
can't.
unfold that handle?
I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. This box definitely cannot be shipped
All right, so what
again.
are we doing here?
Why are we still here?
Oh, the foam's yellow. I'm genuinely curious how new, because the picture I saw on the email, it looked like really, really new.
It looked like brand new.
It looked brand new. I just think the box.
But I do find it hard to believe like it was never like open.
I think it
really.
had to have been opened at one point, which I don't know. Maybe he never even claimed that it was unopened. He showed us the inside of it.
Well, yeah. We know it's. Earlier I did say new in box. It is not. It is. It has been opened, but I assumed he meant it was not open before him. Oh, that might be our peep. I will say that plastic wrap's like kind of grayed over time though.
CFP.
Wow, dude, that thing is.
That is actually.
extremely clean.
Yes, it is extremely clean. There's like, it's just not scratched, it's just a little dent there. There's hair, maybe from the pisser.
The fun part will be trying to figure out like branding and stuff. I mean, does the case have anything on it so far?
No, it just says Core 2 Duo. That's what we got spec-wise. So we're definitely looking old. Got some USB ports up front.
And maybe a floppy? No, maybe not. It might only have a DVD drive. So this is the era where they were still sending out floppy disks.
I wonder if this is from like an era where like, you know, like an IT shop would maybe build a PC for somebody and maybe these were just like bare bones cases or like maybe a system you could buy to where you could build a whole computer and just sell your own. I don't know. It just seems very generic. Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, that's so clean. Look
I
at
mean,
that.
I'm always so used to seeing rust on like the bottom of these.
It's so clean. It looks like it was new from that era. It's crazy.
These kind of look gamer, don't they? Like kind of like the OG gaming case.
A little transparent
aesthetic.
plastic looks pretty cool.
Dude, they've been using the glue method forever.
Oh man, we thought this was new.
And also, this is insane. Molex or SATA, and this has 2 drives in it. I'm really curious. I wonder if this has XP on it.
I think it might already have XP on it.
That would
We need to
make
plug it
actually
out.
this a little bit cooler.
So I think it might already have XP ready
I'm not gonna go grab that monitor from the back. I'm gonna grab a little more modern solution here.
But Core 2 Duo, 2 sticks of memory. I'm gonna wildly put out there, we're talking like DDR2, I'm gonna say 2 gigs.
Probably 2.
I'm gonna say 2 gigs of RAM.
I don't know. They do have 2 hard drives. So this might have been a big
2
baller.
hard drives. The power supply is Z power. It is a total output of 450 watts, but using the 12-volt rail, 430 max power. So let's see here. Oh, you only have.
I only have VGA. There is a parallel port too for like old printers.
I know we were talking about adding a graphics card to it. If it's XP, that might be a little difficult. I don't know how the driver levels would work, but we may figure that out at some point.
Okay, it's like a little tiny something. Let's. Oh, did it just go on its own? I didn't press anything. Pretty quiet. I hear the disc spinning up.
All right, here we go. Moment of truth.
I'm coming around the front. I need to see this boot menu if we get into it. That'd be really unfortunate if the PC didn't work. This would be an expensive paperweight.
Oh,
Dude, this thing's hitting frequencies.
Oh.
Hard disk Hitachi, so they're there. I guess those are like
Controlled by RAID, so these are running in RAID right now.
So like 380 gig maybe?
Yes. Please wait, to take a few seconds. But it says AHCI BIOS not installed. Oh.
CMOS, yeah.
I bet the CMOS is dead. Oh, detect the system time date has not been set. We'll just ignore that and keep going without us having to change the CMOS battery.
So far, it has not. Dude, there is a horrible
What is that noise? Oh!
Wait, Windows Server? What?
Why is Windows Server on this? 2003 Windows Server.
What is this?
I don't understand. What's making
Maybe
that?
that's what it is.
Is it dead? Yeah, something's vibrating up there. Windows Server.
I don't think I've ever even, like, besides maybe our high school class, used a Windows Server operating system.
Control, delete to begin.
Okay, I guess I'll grab a keyboard.
I mean, there's only so much you can do. So Windows Server, normally you still get the normal desktop environment, but it just gives you extra control to do like VMs and everything. But this is designed for small business servers. So in theory, maybe a business bought this custom built from some IT shop back in the day. They had this thing for a long time and they just never ended up using it. I don't know.
I guess that would make the most sense, because I feel like someone wouldn't have bought this for their house and then just
a business would make more sense to buy it and never use it.
Yeah, that's what they do.
That's what a lot of businesses do.
You know, when it's not making that horrible vibrating sound, it's pretty quiet.
Oh
God.
But just hit it, yeah.
I have to choose?
Oh, just for documentation purposes. Okay, let's let people know why it's shut down. 6 to 9.
Wow. 6, 7.
Oh,
bruh.
Purchase a retail key. Oh, you can't actually even use it?
Are we gonna have to crack open our XP install?
No, we can't do it.
Well, this, can we Rufus this thing, put Windows 11 on it?
Probably. Well, we can't do anything with that now.
I wonder, can we get into a BIOS at least to like see some like, you know, some stuff here?
F2, F2, F2.
F2. Did it just ignore me?
Maybe the USB is not gonna be fast when you want PS2. F2 is definitely BIOS, but I think it was trying to do, it went through RAID control first and enabled the RAID.
So F2, okay, I try to do like a little hard reshare.
The 2 RAID is crazy.
Yeah, hard drive RAID with how many, maybe like
it said 130, 140 each, so we're looking
at...
Oh,
so not even 320s.
No.
I'm spamming F2 here. Press some delete with it too, because I feel like some of it's like off the screen for some reason. It wasn't meant to support this resolution. I'll tell you what, they don't build them like they used to. Okay, control I.
We'll get in there eventually.
Okay.
We're in the BIOS. We have a Core 2 6420.
I don't know anything about
I'm gonna look that one up. Let's see. Yeah, it's an Intel Core 2 Duo E6420, which was released in 2007. It is a 2-core processor, 2.1 gigahertz boost, and 4 megabytes of L2 cache.
So it's not quite as old as we thought. It's probably more like 2007, 2008. You see, what was the shipping label? You said 2000...
Yeah, this is CPU's 2007, so it was definitely around that era.
Oh, Matt, we have 4 gigs of DDR2. That's kind of serious.
That is pretty serious. Because I know the guy guessed it was 2005. I wonder how much he got it for at this yard sale.
Oh, I'm sure he paid like nothing for it. I mean, I'm assuming if he was willing just to be like, yeah, I don't want it.
Okay, so we're in here. So what do you think is the next step? Do we try to install another operating system?
Well, we can't use Windows Server. And even if we could, I don't even know what we would do with it, honestly. We had trouble with Windows 7 on Jonah's laptop doing anything.
Yep.
I don't feel like this will work, but I have some Windows 11 Rufus installs. This is pre-legacy or pre-UEFI.
Either way, it's going to be an absolute journey.
Yeah, let's try the other one.
To get from a dual core with dual hard drives in Windows 11 to launch a video game, but I'm here for it. I'm here for the journey. Yeah!
All right, we're not out of the water yet, because it may say the UEFI thing, maybe. This is a Windows 11 legit install, but it's using Rufus with MBR mode, which is like before GBT. Hey, Future Jackson here. If you're wondering what's going on, Matt and I are actually live on twitch.tv/ToastyBros streaming us messing with that PC. And that's what we spent this whole entire live stream doing, was just trying to get Windows 11 on there, Ubuntu, any operating system we possibly could. We tried swapping out drives, we tried doing things like SSDs, we tried old hard drives that already had Windows and whatnot installed on them. We just couldn't get anything to work. And so honestly, after this live stream was over, this build kind of just sat for a couple weeks until we figured out the next steps of what to do. I think you guys are really going to enjoy what we decided to do. Cue the next clip. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all here. I give up. I cannot get this PC to take an operating system. With the old operating systems, Windows 2003 server, it's not gonna work for us. Ubuntu won't install. I tried different drives. I tried different SSDs. I tried drives that already have Windows and Ubuntu on them. I swear I tried everything. I don't know what's up with the motherboard or what, but I just can't. I can't do it. It's been about 2 weeks since we filmed that last part of me trying to get an OS on it. It's becoming a sleeper. I'm sorry, I didn't want to do this, but for the people that love the Resto Mod sleepers, you're gonna love this video now. Anyways, we're gonna talk about the parts once they arrive. I ordered some stuff from eBay. This is gonna be a cool little sleeper. The video has changed dramatically, and I think that's okay. Let's wait for those parts to get here. All right, so yeah, I really did not want to do a sleeper. Like, I promise you I didn't. I also didn't want to pay $600 for this, but here we are, you know, things change. So we have all the parts in, and I think we got this PC, Matt, like over a month ago, right?
It's been a while.
Dude, it's been a long time. Honestly, just buying these parts just kind of hurt because it's like, here's $600 for a case, basically. And then here's another probably $700, $800 in parts here. So this sleeper is now worth about $1,400-ish. And it's not really a $1,400 build. So hopefully you guys really value our labor. But basically, we already had this board on hand. This is a i9-9900K inside of a really weird board. So I think that the person who sold this to us, because they sold us a bunch of stuff, I believe that they probably did mining or something like that, because look at how many PCIe lanes there are here. So this board is an MSI B360F Pro, but everything on it seems pretty standard. So it can take up to 32 gigs of RAM. It has one PCIe Gen 3 by 16 slot, which is gonna be great for our graphics card. And then it has 17 PCIe 2.0 X1 slots. Basically for this entire combo, for the processor and the board, we paid about 125 bucks. So not too bad, honestly. It's a full-size board, full-size case, by the way, so that works out pretty nicely. And then the other thing is we bought a 1 terabyte SK Hynix Gen 4 SSD for 92 bucks on eBay, and that is right here. So I think all things considered, that's actually not too bad right now. At least I hope it's not for a Gen 4. I don't really even, I think I got a Gen 4 because it was like the same price as all the others, but you're not gonna be running that in Gen 4.
I will say this is like the least high-end board for running a 9900K I've ever seen in terms of like the VRMs and everything.
It's a B360.
Woo, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I don't know what the use case was. I don't understand. Well, and speaking of that, with this, it came with a stock cooler, by the way, Matt. There was a stock cooler cooling that 9900K.
That's insane.
So I don't know what I'm wondering if he was literally just using that processor as like a Pentium. You know,
well, I know most of these mining boards, they use Celerons and then the cheapest possible CPU.
So I don't know, maybe the 900K was just a good deal. The cooler, which I just allocated about 25 bucks for, which actually, funny enough, this cooler is about $25. It's the Montech NX600. I think this one, yeah, it's just all black, which actually kind of works out nicely. I think it'll look pretty good in here. Hopefully it fits. I mean, this case has some pretty good depth because he had to be able to fit these drives in there. I don't think that'll be a problem. Now for RAM, I originally had some white RAM picked out. It's actually sitting right there. But then when I brought this build in here, this was in there. I think I threw this in when I was first trying to culminate all these parts together. And this stuff's just cooler. I mean, this is G.Skill Trident Z Neo, and I just feel like this stuff just looks really cool. It's RGB. That white RAM, I mean, to work, because honestly, you can't see in the case, but I feel like sleeper, it's fun when you open the panel and you see stuff like this. So this is 32 gigs of DDR4. We have had this at ToastyBros for like months, and I've been looking for the right build to use it in. I feel like this is actually it. And we're kind of valuing this around 100 bucks. So next up, this was a C-Zone 3.5-inch floppy bay adapter. This was, I think, around $20. I kind of bundled some pricing together here. And the goal of this is to bring a little bit of modern touch to this PC. So if you notice here, we have these open floppy bays that are blanks. So this will look pretty good. This will sit right in there, and it just needs, let's see, HD audio and USB 3. This board has USB 3, right?
As one.
Yes, cool. And of course it has HD audio, it better. So we'll be able to use this, it'll be pretty cool. Yeah, we'll be able to have all the ports that we could need in the front of the build. And then the last thing I bought that was honestly not really necessary, but I just felt like the old Molex style DVD drive, it would just be sitting there useless. I was like, let's get one that'll actually work, because some people still like to have DVDs, and I feel like if you're buying a build like this, you might want to be able to still read and write DVDs. So this is it's Lite-On. Yeah, it's Lite-On. It's actually name brand. They make power supplies too, actually. These are expensive now. I think this was like $40. Ugh. Matt and I used to like borderline, I'm not gonna say throw them away, but like pretty much donate them or even scrap them, because we'd pulled them out of every old Optiplex or old PC, and now I'm like, I wish we'd kept them all, because yeah, they're looking around $40, even used on eBay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so for the graphics card, we decided to keep things a little bit budget, but not sacrificing too much in the performance department, because that 9900K can definitely handle a decent GPU. We went with the RTX 3070 we paid $240 for. If you guys don't know, you should know by now, the 3070 is a really good used market option because it's basically a little bit faster than like an RTX 5060 in terms of raw GPU horsepower, and it's cheaper. He's giving me the EDC to open this up. All right, here we go.
It's every day now, Matt. Every day.
Every day. All right, so here she is. This is a Zotac model. First I was like, that's not a Zotac logo. It is a Zotac logo. The Zotac model.
It's a little guy.
It is a little guy, which will be nice. I mean, obviously, we could go with a bigger GPU because physically this case is still big, but when you're using these older cases, sometimes things aren't really accommodating for modern PC parts, like larger PC parts. This one's really clean. Uses 2 8-pin for power, very standard, and it's a 3070. 8 gigs of VRAM will pair very nicely with the 9900K. If you wanted to go the new route, obviously 5060 is an option, but those are like way more expensive, so go 3070. For the power supply, we have the VMG 750 from Broswell. It's an 80 plus gold power supply. It's fully modular, which is very important in a sleeper build because, again, you don't have all the normal space amenities of modern PC cases. You're really gonna wanna have the ability to get rid of extra cables you don't need for cable management purposes, airflow, things like that. And this option is just, well, plenty of watts, 750 watts for this build for upgrade room in the future. And we really like these power supplies, really well rated. And for the price, you can't complain. Now for our $600 case, ladies and gentlemen, this ATX mid tower from 2007 is gonna break the bank at $600. All jokes aside, again, you've basically seen throughout this video what this PC is about, its story and the case and everything. It is in good condition. It is cool. It's very basic looking, but it will make for a really cool sleeper if the motherboard still works that just fell over. But we are using a bunch of interesting components that'll make this build very interesting on paper. Not the best price performance thing. I think we'll run 3 more for the fun of it with the price to show you guys the center point. But all in all, we're just trying to make basically crap into gold or something like that. We're trying to, whatever the sayings are out there about turning crap into good things, that's what we're trying to do here. And we're gonna build a sleeper and hopefully you guys enjoy along the way. Let's get to building.
I'm gonna go ahead and out with the old. Matt's currently cleaning the motherboard. Will it even work?
We're gonna find out.
This is gonna make someone really happy. If there's anybody in the comment section who's interested in old stuff, hit up ToastyBros.
At least help us recoup some of the money.
Yeah, we need to recoup.
We're not just gonna give it away like the last time.
This is not good.
Please.
All right, sleeper looking good. You guys ready for the reveal?
I'm ready.
Boom.
All right, will she power on? All right, this is the big thing here. Do we get display out?
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
we posted. Now, well, working currently. I guess we're gonna get Windows installed, and then from there, we'll see how she games.
All right, so I want to show Matt this. I got the fans sound freaking beautiful, no noise at all. But look at the RPM of our CPU fan. It's
What the hell?
definitely not spinning 5,400 RPM.
I ain't going that fast.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. But you know what's funny is look at the BIOS. It looks like a gaming MSI motherboard. Yeah, I don't know. Back to installing Windows. I just wanted to show you guys that fan speed. All right, guys, this build turned out so good looking, and the best part is we didn't have to do any mods to it. Everything was pretty standard ATX.
So now that we have the sleeper put together, after everything we went through to get to this point, let's dive into some benchmarks.
All right, guys, we are playing Apex Legends. We are currently maxed out, essentially. 1080p. We got that built-in frame rate cap of 144, and I think we're going to be able just to pretty much hold it, minus some small 1% lows here and there.
Not too bad.
Oh, I'm charging up, brother. Oh my goodness, there's more. There's more.
I think the cool thing is that we were able to take this board that was a mining board clearly destined for nothing now, had that 9900 KF and currently getting good results, like nothing that screams like, oh, there's problems, and paired with the 3070, if it was in a reasonable case, or we got this case for, let's say, really cheap, like a typical sleeper video we would do, it would be a good price performance sleeper. It just happens to be the circumstance.
So far, I haven't really noticed anything. Ooh! I haven't noticed anything CPU-wise that tells me that it's like throttling. I mean, it's hitting 4.7 gigahertz. I'm not really sure.
I'm curious. I was gonna look up the boost of the CPU, what it would actually go to.
But I think because of it being an i9, it's not really probably utilizing all the cores and threads.
So max boost is 5.
Okay, so yeah, just maybe a slight underclock.
Yep.
Which makes sense. I mean, it's a really cheap board for a processor that should never have been in it. But we got them for really cheap, and that's what matters.
And obviously the one thing you worry about with sleepers is temperatures. This one, no problem.
No.
I can smell you.
Give me my one more. Yeah, I'll take
Oh!
it. All right, Apex Legends max settings, 1080p, no problem. You can definitely go 1440p as well. Next game.
All right, guys, we're in Marvel Rivals. Currently running the following settings. 1080p with DLSS set to quality, high settings, ray tracing on, and obviously running a little bit higher details in this esports title, but I will say the 30 series generation is a little slept on, the fact that it can handle ray tracing pretty well. It was a pretty good uplift over 20 series, and we're getting decent FPS. Not running too bad. Obviously, we're running higher details here. You could go lower if you want to have more of an esports experience. That would put a little stress on the 9900KF. In this game in particular, it's actually clocking a little bit lower, so we are pretty confident the board is holding it back a bit, but based on the price we paid, we're still very happy with the performance.
Yeah, it's like it really doesn't matter. I mean, we actually have the same board in the back with a i5-9400. I could have gone with that, and it probably wouldn't be too far off, but something about putting an i on and just felt right.
It just felt like the right thing to do. Oh,
everything about it was already going wrong. I figured let's just keep that going.
Let's just make it wrong.
Make it
just
wrong.
Make it a disaster. It's the way we like it.
But hey, based on the the cent per point and how it's running so far, and like the other built-ins, it turned out pretty good. You could obviously play all these games at 1440p as well at 30. We always say 3070 is a great like entry 1440p card on the used market.
Yep. Try to avoid those Asus Turbo ones though. If you've seen our other video, those Asus Turbo ones are loud. Come on, buddy, keep walking. You don't have far to go now.
He's aura farming as well.
They don't want this to end. They're having too much fun.
Role playing.
They're role playing. Thanks, mommy. I'm the only one down here. Hello. This is it. I see it. Oh, that was easy. Wow. A dub on this PC? Not too bad. Let's try something else.
Thank you, mommy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are playing Forza Horizon 6 because it's all the rage, and we are currently running 1920 by 1080, and we're on the high preset. Looking pretty good. We're getting, over 60. I think that's pretty good for Forza.
Yep, and obviously just, going for higher visual quality, keeping that 60 FPS average is kind of what you're looking for in a game like this.
It's a video game. I'm just gonna drive wherever feels right.
We're gonna drive wherever. The cops haven't pulled them over yet, so that's fine.
Okay, sick little drifty.
Oh! No!
That Jeep's done for. Sick little drifty.
E-drift.
But yeah, I mean, there's really not a game that I can think of that this config wouldn't play. Obviously the i9, it's one of those things where most of you guys aren't gonna replicate this build with an i9. 3070 though, highly recommend. That's one of our favorite used cards. And look on eBay for combo deals. I know we've done a lot of videos on that recently. This is the type of combo deal you definitely would find on eBay. Somebody that's not into mining anymore because it's just not profitable, getting rid of these old parts like this. That's basically what happened. Was instead they just brought them to ToastyBros, we bought them, and now it's in a wonderful sleeper build that honestly felt like a paperweight for over a month.
So yeah, we have one game that would be probably worst case scenario, and is worst case scenario on pretty much any PC, and that is Black Myth Wukong. All right, guys, we are in Black Myth Wukong running the following settings. So we'll go into settings here. Going to graphics, we're running FSR3. We have super resolution set to 75%. We have frame gen set to auto, so we are using some form of frame generation. I like how this game has auto frame generation.
Yeah, it doesn't even let you pick like a times.
And we're running high settings over here. So let's go ahead and page up.
Yeah, and
not too bad.
I tried playing around with settings before this. If you run DLSS, you don't get frame gen because it's an older card. And I was only getting like 60-ish with those settings. I tried running ray tracing, I just couldn't get a good FPS. So this is like if you want the best FPS with pretty good looks, this seems to kind of be the move.
Yeah, I will say the frame gen latency, you can definitely feel a decent amount. It's not bad by any means, but it's definitely there. This is again like worst case scenario for a PC like this, really any PC. This game just is like unnecessarily demanding. Take this!
Little raptor
That's
guy.
a lag inducer right there.
Yeah, when you shift like that, it doesn't know what to do.
I'm gonna hit you. Oh, don't you! Oh, you gave me the ick. You gave me the ick.
You're poisoned.
Oh, okay. Time me to play this? Got him. Yeah. It all comes back to the whole beginning of this. This was quite a long saga for you guys, but it ended up in what ToastyBros do best, building sleeper PCs.
Yep, and it was a way longer saga for us. Like I said, it's been a multi-month project at this point, so I hope you guys like it.
Brought this video up.
So the sleeper turned out honestly amazing, even though that's not what we wanted to do in the first place. The more modern internals make this computer actually usable for the next maybe another 10 years. And the fact that we got this thing with such a weird story, I think ended up being pretty cool for you guys.
And we ran a couple more benchmarks to wrap up this long adventure, and those benchmarks are as follows. We ran CS2, low settings, 1080p, ended up getting an average of 336 FPS with a 1% low of 135. Of course, with an old case like this, we had to throw it back to TF2, 1080p max settings, getting an average of 290 FPS and a 1% low of 120.
And then for 3D Mark Time Spy, we got an overall score of 12,665, with the GPU getting a score of 13,266 and the CPU scoring 10,079. So at $13.95, that's about an 11 cent per point score, which actually isn't terrible. That's like the total cost, with this being $600 for the case. But if we kind of do like a more modest price for the case, maybe like $100 for an old sleeper case, then the total would end up being about $800, and it would be an 8 cent per point, which is actually pretty good for a sleeper, because you're always gonna put a little extra money into that case and those aesthetics like the DVD drive and stuff.
So if you guys want to see any more content like this, another sleeper build, let us know in the comments down below. We love doing sleepers, and unfortunately, it kind of went in that direction, but also it turned out to be a really cool build. So let us know what you think in the comments down below.
And as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
See you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Now, PCBros.tech, this will be for sale. We actually have sold quite a few sleepers now. We have all kinds of unique builds from time to time.
And we won't charge what UPS would charge for shipping for something like this. We will actually ship it at a reasonable price to your door. Use code ToastyBros on checkout. We will save 3% of your next purchase. See you guys later. Bye-bye.